I'm Graham Rowe, and this is my project, which is anti-lock brakes for a bike. So the way it works is it's the differential in speed between the two tires that makes it release the brake that's slipping. So you can see I have two wheels on each tire, and that's just to get the speed from each one, and it goes up through U-joints and drive shafts, and this one has a chain. And this assembly here allows the handlebars to turn while still being able to drive go through up to here. The front, you can see that both of these are actually on pivots, so that I don't have the front brake hooked up right now, but if you apply the brake, it actually pushes that roller onto the tire, and so when you're not applying the brakes, there's no extra rolling resistance. Okay, so all this is 3D printed, so I had to put a tooth on this gear that rubs against the tire, otherwise it would slip. This is actually called a herringbone gear, just that shape. This is a worm gear reduction that allows it to go from an axle going this way to an axle going this way, and this is a 32-to-1 reduction. This here is called a dog clutch, so it's essentially just two gears that have exactly the same amount of teeth that slide. This is a U-joint that allows the shaft to move while still transferring torque. All the U-joints on this I had to design myself because I couldn't find one online. They're called spiral gears, so you can see that the teeth aren't straight, and what that allows is basically there's multiple teeth touching each other at the same time, so it's much smoother. So here we have the brains of the operation. This is actually the transmission from a remote controlled car. Okay, so as soon as you have one tire lock up, and let's say our front tire is locked up and our back tire is still spinning, you can see that gear starts to move. And so when that gear starts to move, I haven't designed all that yet, but I basically have a pinion here that rubs against the spur gear, and it will turn a cam with a cable, so as the cam rotates, it pulls the cable. Okay, so that pulling of the lever will then rotate this cam, and this cam I cut out on a plasma cutter, and essentially what it does is that is in like the full lock-up brake position, and as it rotates around, you can see my hand isn't moving, and yet the brake cable is actually releasing back that way. So when this one rotates, it pulls the cable and rotates this back that way, and what that does is release the brake, and the idea is that it will feather this. Like, you can lock this as much as you need, and by this turning back and forth, it will feather both the brakes and not allow them to lock up.